Let's light this candle. Let's light, yes. Okay. Here we go. Dang. We are locked and loaded.
We are.
Yeah. It's raining outside.
It's raining.
Fall is in the air. Soggy. Just feels like Thanksgiving.
Oh my gosh, are you excited?
Yeah.
So we're Eat, Talk, Repeat. We're here. It's another week. We've survived.
We survived Las Vegas.
Oh my gosh, we've survived Pizza Fest and rain.
Rain and really weird weather, but kind of cool for, we get so many, weeks on weeks of bright sunny days. It's kind of fun to have this.
I thought we were also cheating for the longest time because it wasn't even cold.
Yeah,
it was perfect. It was
I tweeted that out. I said on November 14th, I said, welcome to the first day of autumn, 2 months after the rest of the world starts celebrating fall.
And that lasted about 48 hours.
Yeah,
and now it's winter.
Now it's winter. Yeah, it's nuts. All right, let's introduce ourselves.
Yeah, so I'm Ash Watkins, the Hamburger Principessa of Las Vegas, and you are?
I am John Curtis, the your humble servant, also known as the world's greatest food critic.
And by world, we mean...
a legend in my own mind. Yes.
And together we make up Eat, Talk, Repeat. This is a fun little show, so you can always DM us on any of our social platforms at Eat, Talk, Repeat. You can go to our website, eattalkrepeat.com. You can email us, cheers@eattalkrepeat.com. And we take hate mail, questions, fan mail, rumors, tips.
But no trolling.
Questions.
No trolling.
Don't troll us. We don't have time for that.
You see the guy who trolled me on Twitter this past week?
No.
Oh, yeah.
You got a troll?
Well, I have multiple ones. I mean, you can just tell. And then I click on their site. They're always somebody, like Bad Boy 104 or something. That's the name they're under. And they have like 18 followers, and they just exist to sit there and go. Everybody knows what a piece of shit you are. It's like, come on, no witless profanity, please. Okay.
Yeah. I do this because I love Las Vegas. I love our hospitality industry. I think sometimes it is a thankless job, and it's how I learned how to get around town by
You're
going to
getting to be
restaurants.
pretty well known, mon ami.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but
all the guys are saying, when are you going to bring Ash around? They're not happy to see me. They just say, hey, John, good to see you. When's Ash coming by?
Yeah, that's like when I show up to the office and I don't have Rocky. Everyone's like, where's the dog? So...
and Rock is in the studio.
He is. He's here demanding some attention. He's very needy. John, for being retired, for all of the traveling you do, you've been to a lot of places this week.
What did I say this week? I feel like Al Pacino in The Godfather. I try to get away from this. They keep pulling me back in.
They do.
I know. I mean, I was in like 9 restaurants this week.
What got into you?
I don't know. It was, it seems like once the weather got cooler, my engine revved up, lots going on with the Pizza Fest and whatnot. And, all these new restaurants opening up like High Steaks and Amador and News with Aroma, Latin Cocina. The things are just happening right now. So it's inspired me to get off my ass.
I know. Speaking of which, so last week we went to Las Vegas Pizza Fest.
Did we name our handles yet?
I'm at Ash the Attorney.
Did you call that out?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm at, the pump don't work because the vandals took the handles. What's that from?
I have no idea.
Bob Dylan. Subterranean Homesick Blues. Okay, John Curtis at Eating Las Vegas on Twitter, and at John Curtis, my name, on Instagram, where I have a lot of followers, and go to my website at eatinglv.com, which I still maintain. Still have a nice, semi-short article about like my top 5 or 6 restaurants so far this year. So it's up there at eatinglv.com. Okay, now get to where you're going.
Okay.
And now my nose started to run out.
I forgot where. Oh, Las Vegas Pizza Fest. So we talked about it. We went. It was raining. Props to them. We recorded a really fun episode that I think will be ready maybe next week. Yes, confirmed next week.
Sammy
Thanksgiving. We're going to take the week off to be with family, friends, and Turkey.
Yeah.
And you can enjoy that and see what it's all about. But what was your big takeaway from it? Like, we never kind of wrapped up or
The Pizza Fest?
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot of pizza, but I mean, if you want to, I mean, it just highlights how good pizza has gotten.
Yes.
Remember Tony Giamatti and John Arena? It's an interview which we will post as part of this this episode. I mean, 10, 12 years ago, nobody was talking about the pizza scene in Las Vegas. And now we have dozens of great places. I mean, passionate people using top great ingredients, really, pizza dough nerds, what they're like, and, talking about different grades of mozzarella and all that sort of thing, and artisanal salumi they're putting on. I mean, it's nuts how sophisticated our pizza culture has gotten in just a little more than a decade.
It's crazy. I've only been in town for a few years, but even then I've seen the shift and the growth, and I had a fun time. It's one of those places. I think my insider tip would be spend the extra money if you're at all interested. Do the VIP package because you really get a different experience. Once it's general admission, it's really packed. Also, don't be one of those people that goes through. We were seeing all these people running around just stacking up pizzas from all these different places and then going to a high top table to eat them. And
and literally, I mean, she's not exaggerating, like 7 or 8 pizzas stacked on top. I mean, it's like,
and you don't need to do that. There's no scarcity of the product. They're not going to run out.
They make a lot. And the most, even when at full capacity, you might have to wait 5 minutes to get your slice, maybe. But yeah, and pizza, it's like pasta. It's good when it hits the table.
Or 12 hours later.
Yeah. If you're really hungover, But Pizza Fest. I was just amazed at how many pizzaolos we have and how the public has responded. This event has grown every year. And the weather couldn't have been worse. And they were lined up an hour in advance for this thing. So.
And they pivoted at the Industrial. They did a fabulous job. Absolutely found a way to tent it, cover all the ovens, make sure it was still an incredible experience. So props to them. I really recommend the event for anyone interested. Just go support your Las Vegas pizza people.
And tune in next week. Thanksgiving week, you can see our what's it going to be, about a 20-minute video, 30-minute video?
Yeah, roughly.
30-minute video of just going from place to place to give you an idea what the whole thing's about. Okay, let's get into it, Ash Watkins.
Recent ventures. John, you've been all over the place. You've been to Basilico,
Hachi, the Pizza Fest we've already covered. Sin Fronteras Tacos way out in the Northwest. The new Smoked Barbecue way out in the Southeast. Main Street Provisions again to see Ellie Parker, who's the star, starring on this season's Hell's Kitchen. Wino, the new Wino at the Rampart Casino. Manzu again with Miss Ash Watkins and the Food Gal and our buddy Bruce. Legends Oyster Bar and Garage East, and of course lunch at Cipriani yesterday. But I just go there every week. Everybody knows.
That's like breakfast for John.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like Clubhouse for me at this point. Okay, so where have you been?
Manzu, I picked up Tacos Escobar on Fremont Street. I'm trying to think of where else I've been. I haven't been thinking about this. So
Tacos Escobar.
Yeah.
As in Pablo? That come with the side of Peruvian flake?
I don't think so. It did not.
Oh, I'm channeling 1987 again. Sorry.
1228 Main. But yeah, I didn't really do much. I haven't been eating out much.
Have you been actually like making a living, working at something that pays you money, doesn't cost you money?
Kind of. Yeah, I'm sorry. So that's that. But we got some food news to go through.
Let's do it, because there is a lot happening on our local food scene.
Okay, Stanton Social Prime in Caesars. Have you heard about this?
Well, I've been to the original Stanton Social in the Lower East Side in New York.
Okay, well, the one in Caesars is now becoming Stanton Social Italian.
Okay. It opened as a strip spinoff of the now co-stand from New York City. Well, I've never been to it. I don't even know where it is in Caesars. I have.
Well, Caesars is that property that you have to it's like going through a maze.
Yeah, Sam, our fearless leader, Sam Rajowski. I mean, he likes it. I mean, in terms of annoying casinos, Caesars
It's a labyrinth.
Takes the coconut cake. It does. Okay.
Okay, what do you think? It's shifting to Italian.
No, it's just more strip food and beverage bullcrap. Okay, I couldn't be less interested in some spinoff of a New York City place that nobody talks about. It's like the Martha Stewart restaurant. Don't ask me to get excited about these places. These are just cash grabs from out of town restaurateurs plopping themselves in a big Vegas hotel and hoping they can induce the slack-jawed hordes to spend a lot of money there. There's no passion behind these places. They're just money restaurants.
Is this the modern day buffet? Just like a soulless kind of restaurant that's just
there. It's just there to make everybody money and hope they can trade off whatever reputation they had in some other city. And, with thousands of people walking through these casinos every day, it's kind of a can't lose proposition. But I mean, you can't get excited about them because, they're just about money. They're just about them. I mean, I can get excited about Peter Luger. That's a money restaurant too because the aged steaks are so good. But we're more interested on this podcast, I think you would agree, about, what Steve Kessler's doing or Brian Howard or James Trees or Nicole Brisson or, the people or the Kabuto Sushi Bar on Spring Mountain Road. That's what gets our motors running, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and that was one of the things that passion and the humans behind it all. I think that's kind of it. Okay, moving on. Pepper Club.
Now, we're kind of passionate about that, right? Weena Yang.
Yeah, Weena
Zhang. Sorry.
She's spearheading that English hotel project, the whole Midtown concept. They have the Pepper Club, which was by Todd English, and then it wasn't by Todd English, but his name was still on it. And they had Bruce Coleman of Soul Belly
redoing the menu,
made it an incredible Italian spot. I loved it. You got annoyed with me because every week I was showing up talking about how much I enjoyed it, and
it was a nice upgrade. He really took a moribund restaurant and turned it into just a solid lunch, dinner, Italian pub.
Yeah.
Is such a word.
And last week they announced that it's closing its door. Last service will be January 2nd. And they're going to shut down and kind of revamp it and rethink it. But I've heard that Bruce Coleman walked away from that project the day before.
Oh.
They announced the closure, and he was brought in to do the food and beverage for the entire Midtown project.
Yeah.
And then his first step was the Pepper Club, but he walked away from it all.
Well, do tell. That's one of those little rumors that even if it's not true,
it is true.
It's
true. Confirmed.
Oh, that's confirmed.
Confirmed.
Oh, I thought you just heard it.
No,
I heard that you had just heard it, but okay.
I heard it, and I can
Coleman's
confirm
no longer there.
No longer part of it. Right. And then, so when he walked away, I guess they announced their closure the next day.
I'll be darned. Well, I see Weena at coffee just about once a week.
Really?
She hangs out at Bungalow most mornings.
You
super
gotta
early.
I'll go
grab her. I'll go grab. I'll get
the
the skinny. Okay, very good. All right, keep going. Mayfair. Okay.
I know Mayfair Supper Club is kind of like it's the Bellagio's Stanton Social Prime, I guess.
Well, I thought they were closing it. I heard they were closing it.
We talked about it last time. They had announced they were closing, but apparently a new theater production company Outside the Box is taking it over. It's premiering December 31st. I'm not that excited about it. I think they're trying to. It's got a cool space, a cool view of the fountains, but once Delilah opened, I think they lost the Supper Club title.
Oh yeah.
Between Supper Club, between like a really elevated dining experience with music and performers, Delilah, I think, takes the cake. And then anything more circusy, you would go to an absinthe show.
Yeah, you do one of those things.
Yeah,
right.
so.
Well, I mean, I was venting my spleen with people about things like this past week. I mean, I would like to feel sorry for the food and beverage executives at these big hotels, but it's impossible to do so. I just see Las Vegas, the current incarnation of Las Vegas is just people with these giant corporate-run hotels who recognize that 20 years ago that they were some of the hottest, most innovative hotels with some of the best food in the United States. Mm-hmm. Now it's 20 years later, and they've been bought and sold. Who knows what, equity fund owns them at this point. Who gives a crap? And now they just sit around going, let's rebrand Stanton Social. Well, let's don't call it Mayfair. Let's call it something else. They're just out of ideas. There's no ideas. There's no visionaries anymore. They've been gone for decades at this point, and now they're just milking old cows, trying to figure out how to get. I mean, it's why they keep bringing in, the Guy Fieri's and Gordon Ramsays of the world, because they're the people that have what little cachet is left in celebrity chefdom, and you just sit back as an old timer like me, going, no, I mean, I was arguing about James Treese's high stakes this past week with an F&B guy. But I said, well, at least the Rio's trying, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, you can argue you don't like it, you think it should be better, and food is this or that. But I mean, they're doing something different. They're not, they're not just, So, it's part of my ennui, as the French would say, with whatever's going on in the Strip. It's hard to get excited about it now.
Yeah, and I think the consumer also is a little more sheeple. I mean, the consumer itself is all excited about the Carbone Riviera.
Yeah.
And you're like, but you've got Joel Robuchon. That's where you should be going.
Yeah. Well, you've got lots of really good plays. You got Bala by Sean McLean. You've got really cool stuff. No, we've been told we should go here, and it's really fun, and that's okay. But I'm okay. Let's keep going.
Let's go.
Let's accentuate the positive for the rest of this.
And nothing is
show.
more positive than pancakes, people.
So saith the Pancake Principessa.
I was absolutely devastated and fearful. I read like a month or so ago that Dupar's in the Suncoast Casino had closed. And everyone assured me that it was just for renovations, but I've been told that before. I've seen that play out, but Dupar's has opened again.
Oh my God.
And if it is the only reason for me to ever go into the Suncoast Casino. And anytime I'm driving right there on Rampart and I get that close, my car
the steering wheel starts shaking, you take a left turn.
I am telling you, if
They do
anyone
have
in
great
your
pancakes, yes.
if anyone in your life loves pancakes, you've got to go to Dupar's. There will be a line. You got to wait. You got to go early. You've got to figure it out.
Yeah.
But those pancakes are legendary. It's like they make it on the griddle, and then before they put it on the plate, they dunk it in butter. And it's just...
It is. They're superb pancakes. They used to be downtown.
I know.
At the Golden Gate Hotel. I used to eat lunch there all the time.
I know.
So that was back in the day. Harlow Brunch is back.
Aren't you excited, John?
Aren't you excited?
No. I don't like Harlow, and you don't like brunch. So here we're at.
That's pretty funny. Okay.
Tomorrow, Saturday, November 2nd, and Friday, December 20th from 10:30 to 2:30. They're going to be doing seasonal brunch dishes and a cool, refined brunch menu. And there's a kids menu for all of you Summerlin children.
Yeah. And that could be my pet peeve of the week.
Children?
Kids menus.
Yeah.
We will revisit this.
Okay. Stay tuned.
Pet peeve of the week, kids menus. I'll tell you why at the end of the show.
Ada's targeting an early December opening for the Arts District location.
December 12th. Yeah, I was there last night. They said December 12th.
You were at Ada's last night?
I was down here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can walk in. The doors are open, and the saws are going. The hammers are pounding, and they're moving furniture in.
December 12th. Mark your calendars.
She might have said the 14th. Okay, it's close. Okay, I'm close.
You get what you
It might be the 14th. Let's say the 14th just to be safe. Okay. Let's say the 14th.
Well, let's see. What is the 14th? That maybe will help give us an indicator.
It's a Sunday.
That sounds about right. They'll probably do, Sunday, 14th.
Let's call it the 14th. All right, because as soon as I said, I think. But anyway, 2 weeks. A little less, more than 2 weeks.
I am so excited.
Yeah, and it's coming together. And it's basically going to be the old Esther's Kitchen, which they're keeping the footprint kind of the same, but new furniture.
And I think the entrance is going to be
a little different.
Yeah.
But then they've they didn't knock out the wall. It's kind of just like a passageway into the side next room, which used to be the makeshift union haircutting place where I used to get my hair cut. And that's going to be it'll be part of the restaurant, but also sort of a tasting bar wine tasting, a little different vibe in there. But it'll be like overflow seating for the restaurant and for wine events and things like that. So ADIS is coming together, and I'm fascinated to see how it does down here. So if you
think
want
it's
to
gonna
stop,
kill it.
yeah, I think it's gonna. I was telling the people at Garage East last night, I think it's the critical mass of that corner is going to explode when ADIS comes down here.
And these apartments over here open.
Right, exactly.
Okay, you know what it is? It's holiday time, and what do I love to do more during the holidays than drink?
Really?
I think it's cocktail
Yeah,
season.
yeah, it is.
You bundle
It is.
up, get
Yeah.
a little warmth in the belly. So a lot of these locations here in the Arts District and around are festiving up.
Including the Doberman?
The
right?
Doberman, yeah. So
We love the Doberman.
all the Christmas bars are in full effect. The Doberman has live music on Sundays at 6. Just some holiday cocktails I want to highlight. The Mr. Scrooge, which is a rich chocolate old-fashioned.
Sounds like something I would like
And then
for the ingredients and the title.
and then there's the Polar Espresso.
Ugh. Yeah. You like... yeah.
I'm
I've
a
never-
white girl, John.
I've never figured out the whole espresso martini.
Really?
Thing. No,
Why
it's a
not?
white because it's a white girl thing.
It's not just a white girl thing.
Okay.
So-
All right, what heterosexual man orders espresso martinis? Who? I should ask Justin Randall.
Inside joke.
Okay.
But not a secret for anyone.
Okay.
So yeah, the Polar Espresso, a minty espresso martini made with tequila and topped with a soft cloud of cream foam. That's what I will be made of for the next month and a half. John, you're going to try one. You're going to love it. It's a great way to start. You have a,
right.
I know you're retired, but after a long work day, you get a little espresso martini. It just gives you that little bit of up that you need before a dinner. And
Okay.
you're not buying it?
No, I'm just booze. We'll talk about this.
You want a separation of church and
Yeah,
state?
exactly.
Okay.
Booze should be booze. You shouldn't mix up with coffee and booze. And it's just don't get me started. Okay.
There's a martini up event at Petite Bohème.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, it's a women-focused F&B event called Martini Up. Next one is December 11th at Petite Bohème. Apparently $100 per person. Private event from 6 to 8 p.m. And yeah,
Rather than trashing all these conjured up, overwrought concoctions, I think I'll educate you and our listeners for a minute. Do you know what was in the original martini?
vodka, vermouth.
No.
No?
Vermouth, yes.
Gin?
Gin, yes.
Okay, good. I like gin. I prefer a gin martini.
Bitters, and then
Bitters?
maraschino liqueur. Maraschino, just a little bit of maraschino cherry liqueur. It was originally called a Martinez. Martinez is a town in the gold rush area of Northern California. It was invented in sort of the 1860s in this town. And look it up. Yeah, Martinez. The Martinez Martini. I think it was Jerry Thomas. The professor Jerry Thomas invented it back in the 1860s. And it did have the vermouth and the gin, but it had other things as well.
Okay, I just typed it into AI, folks, because that's what us millennials do.
And that's going to be the last word, right?
I said the origin story of the martini. Most widely accepted theory is the evolution from the Martinez. Look at you. Look at you.
Why do you need AI at all?
Yeah, no, we
Okay,
don't. We'll
okay.
leave it there. Very
All right,
cool.
very good. All right, let's keep going.
If you've walked down Main Street here in the Arts District, you've seen Viking Mike's.
Yeah,
is
it's
going
opened
up
up. Yeah, it opened. I saw people out in front of it the other night. It was like 2 nights ago.
in a line.
Well, there were just people.
I don't think it's open yet.
Okay, maybe they were doing something
They're
else.
targeting late December opening.
This is Jared from Vesta,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's been called the Yurt Bar, Alpine Village Inn 2.0, the Griffin for locals, I guess. Like, it's got a lot of cool names. But yeah, we did drive by. There was a huge crowd,
Yeah.
but it was unrelated. It was for
that was,
something else.
Okay, that was with you. Okay.
But if you're on Main Street, you can see it because it's all this wood, pine, and then if you look back, I think it's what's that little street? Utah.
Yeah.
you can see it's a giant yurt they're building out of wood, and it looks really
It's right,
cool.
and it backs up to I Wanna Coffee.
Then go get one.
Some. Yeah, right. Backs up to that and everything. Yeah. So right there, that's kind of a happening corner. And Abel Baker Brewing is right down the street.
We got District Deli, we got Horse Trailer Hideout.
And this DJ Flores is a block down, is going to be putting in that taco place of his. So yeah, it's kind of happening there on South Main Street. So looking forward.
And that's all the news I don't know if we mentioned it on the show, but
how about Petite? How about Cafe Brèche?
Oh yes, we learned that Perry Brest of Henderson is closing and is going to be taken over and reopened as a Cafe Brèche.
Yeah. Cafe Brèche is moving.
Not moving.
Well, not moving. Expanding. Opening in Henderson, and I think your text to me was, could Henderson...
Will Henderson even know what to do with
Cafe Brèche? Yeah. I mean, Pierre Gattel is a fabulous pastry chef, and Cafe Brèche is one of the best in town. But
Perry Brest wasn't bad. They were in our...
They weren't bad. That was the old Saga Pastry place. Which was Saga Pastry for a few years. COVID sort of killed it. And Perry Brest was good. But, I mean, Cafe Brèche and Pierre Gattel pretty much set the standard for French pastries in this town. And them in 1228 Main. So it'll be interesting to see how Henderson takes to Cafe Brèche.
And then the other thing I was going to mention is I can't confirm where, but they're kind of leaking it. Aroma Latin American Cocina is coming to Chinatown.
Where?
I don't know yet. I'm working on it, people.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
People are paying you good money for this. Oh, I forgot.
They're not.
Nobody's paying her anything.
But I'm excited for Aroma to get into the food zone.
Yeah, right.
Not rare. They were out in they were surviving in a dead zone, but once they get out here,
and it'll be the kind of interesting twist to the Chinatown aesthetic that I think is going to be very cool. I mean, Chinatown doesn't need another Vietnamese noodle bar. Okay, no. but things like Brian Howard, like Sparrow and Wolf are great. I mean, it's always good to see people doing different things there. So I'm really excited for that.
And I think that's all I've got on food news. Do you have anything else?
That's pretty much it. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll go through our restaurant rundown, and then my pet peeve of the week, which will be children's menus.
I'm the best.
Personal injury law has been the same for a long time.
The best.
Big egos, greed, and sleazy schemes. We've had enough. Welcome to Sam and Ash, the new standard for personal injury law, where things are done the right way, because you deserve a team that delivers real support and results. When you have both, your whole world can change. Sam and Ash Injury Law, because you deserve what's right.
Oh, man.
Okay. Let's go. All right, here we are. Ready to go through our restaurant rundown and Eat, Talk, Repeat.
We are back. And okay, John, you got to kick it off. You've been to way too many places.
I'll try to be brief. I mean, these are, again, folks, given that most people in 21st century America have the attention span of a goldfish, I'll try to keep these brief. Okay. Basilico, head chef Joe Valdez took it over. Same owners that own Palette downtown here. Same restaurant as always. He's simplified the menu. It was a pretty, it was a kind of a cutting-edge Italian menu under Francesco Di Caudo. He's been gone about a year. Joe took over about 6 months ago, and he simplified the menu. It kind of reminded me of what Pepper Club does. What Bruce Coleman had done at Pepper Club. I mean, meatballs, several interesting pastas, a nice
chicken parm.
Chicken parm, yes. A layered lasagna, green lasagna that knocked our socks off. Loved like a risotto that was a so-so risotto, not the best, but not terrible. Basically, we ran out of gas after apps and pastas, and it was time for the mains, and everyone was like, I don't know if I can. But the seafood pasta, the seafood bucatini was really good, and there's a lot of bright flavors coming through. Nothing groundbreaking, but probably a better fit with the neighborhood and the clientele with Joe Valdez's menu at Basilico. Really nice wine list. Very comfortable restaurant. Made uncomfortable by only one thing. And what do you think that thing would be, Ash Watkins?
Ooh, I'm going to guess it was like an Elvis impersonator or something to do with music.
Close. Yes.
Okay, what happened?
Oh, I mean, the food is coming out, and we're impressed by the food. The service is good. Like I said, it's got a very nice Italian, well-priced Italian wine list done by regions with good prices on lots of interesting bottles. So nothing not to like about Basilico. And then we said we got there early, being old people. We got there like at 5:30 because the people we met wanted to eat early also. So we're sitting down at 5:30, and we take a table, and I look up at the hostess and say, "Oh, I see there's a bandstand right here, like right next to our table. What time does the music start?"
Fair question.
I'm thinking she's going to say 8,
Yeah.
9. 7:30. She goes, "Oh, it starts at 6."
At a restaurant?
At 6 on a Wednesday night. We got, So we got a table as far from the bandstand as possible. The microphone wasn't much of a bandstand, and then the guy started playing, and he was just awful. I mean, it was a guy with a guitar, and he was singing Jimi Hendrix and Bob Dylan, and the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. I don't know what he was singing, but he was doing it with extreme passion and extreme annoyance. Okay, and I'm just looking at this guy going, and it's too loud, and the four of us walked out, and the couple we were with is younger than we are. Well, everybody's younger than I am these days. And my buddy and I walked out, and as soon as he looked at me and went, and he's not an old guy, he's like a 50-year-old guy, he's not an old man or anything. He goes, "Oh my God!" We both held our ears like we don't realize how loud and intrusive the music is until you walk out the door and it shuts behind you, and you go, "We have been shouting and screaming over this for 2 hours." Okay, and you can't say anything. The owner's convinced he's putting people in the seat. There's always 2 or 3 brainless dolts going, "Hey, I love that song," no matter how terrible the guy is. It was just awful. So Joe, I love Basilico, but please stop the music, okay? So that's that. All right. Hachi, no music at Hachi. I'd forgotten how good Hachi was. Hachi's a little izakaya, Robatayaki place, right there on Spring Mountain Road at Jones. It's actually on Jones, little just one block off of Spring Mountain. Alexandra, we had been to Hachi like years ago. She said, and she's been to a lot of these izakayas like Ichiza and Izakaya Go. And she goes, "This place just seems a little more pristine, a little more on its game than those places. Those places, Izakaya Go, which I like, and Ichiza is not a bad place. They always seem very cacophonous, very busy, and kind of noisy and a little grimy on the edges. Then this Hachi seemed a little more Japanese to us, and had a wonderful meal there. Lots of small bites, little skewers, lots of skewers, things like that. Ended with a bowl of sukiyaki beef that was fabulous. So can't recommend Hachi enough. And also had a very nice sake and wine list, sake sochu list. So you've been to Hachi, right?
I've been to Hachi.
Yeah,
it always kind of bounces between Hachi and Izakaya Go.
Right.
Ichiza, I was not a fan of.
Yeah, Ichiza always seemed dirty to me, and that's what the food gal said too.
Izakaya Go just seems much more of a bar.
Yeah, and it's very, very busy in a good way, but not in a real peaceful way.
It's run by a man. It's like, I always think like Hachi's probably got somewhere there's a woman's touch on it. Where
excellent point.
Izakaya Go is just like a guy.
Yeah.
Go. Put his place together. And so
Go
it's
Hachi. That's his name. That's his name. He's a good guy. Love him.
Great guy, and it's great food, incredibly fresh fish, all of that. But that's the difference to me. And so it's just kind of different vibes. And
so you want to, and it was humming on like a Tuesday night. So Hachi's very good. Hachi, in case you're just listening in. Sin Fronteras Tacos went up there way up in the Northwest. Jose Alamon's been doing this forever. I mean, some people get on me. They go, the tacos aren't that good. They're very good tacos. Okay, in a very odd place, way up in the Northwest off of, I think, Buffalo and Cheyenne, something
Sounds
like
right.
that. Yeah, way up there. But we were starving, had to run an errand in that area. Dropped in, I had some birria tacos, that shredded beef tacos. For $15, they give you 3 of them, and 3 tacos will feed 2 people very easily, and really nice. Well, you dip them in the little the consomme right there. And the food gal had a couple of fish tacos, and she's kind of an aficionado of fish tacos, and she thought they were solid.
Wow.
So Sin Fronteras Tacos, I mean, not a world beater, but we love it. Main Street Provisions, as I said before, went by to see Ellie Parker starring in this seasons of Hell's Kitchen, and they sort of have an impromptu viewing party every Thursday night at Main Street Provisions. People are stopping in, and she's there. She's in the kitchen. She comes out, and you can see her. She got that funky little bright color hair. But she's a little pistol, is Ellie Parker. She's nice. And I think, and I was telling owner Kim Owens, I think she was an acolyte of Patrick Munster, who really turned the menu there around, and I think she's doing very well there. I mean, she brought us these pork tostones with black beans that she made on Hell's Kitchen, and they were great. And and she did a really nice carpaccio of salmon and little sliders. And I just think that the food there is being done with more precision than it was maybe a couple years ago.
It's a gem of a spot.
Yeah.
I don't know how it gets overlooked on a lot of these lists and places. And
right, but it's got a loyal following too. It does. So that's Main Street Provisions. Wino, checked out the new Wino in Rampart Casino. My buddy Pascal is out there. They're doing small plates. Just had some wine. We did not eat anything, but it's a really nice build out.
Is it?
And it's a wine bar in the northwest part of town. I mean, in this casino, I mean, it takes a lot to get me up there, but I will go back to see. It is a gorgeous build out. Big open wine bar. There's an airy little room that's surrounded. It's like you can sit in this tiny room, but it's almost like you're outside because you're surrounded by windows.
Oh, I was going to ask if it was, since it's in a casino, if you felt like you were in a casino.
No, they've actually, this one little corner only has 4 tables, but you're literally looking outside onto the garden out there, and then they have just a big wine bar thing there with all kinds of wines by the glass. And I was really impressed with the build out. And of course, it's Wino, so they have very nice wines. And the food at the one I've been to out in the southwest is great. So I expect it to be just as good. Can't wait to go back to Wino in the Rampart Casino. We went to Monzo, I'll let you talk about it. Then went to Legends Oyster Bar with some of my boys. And they both gave me unholy amounts of shit for liking high stakes. We argued about high stakes for half the lunch. Over oysters. But man, you want oysters, good oysters at a good price. Legends Oyster Bar on South Durango at Desert Inn. The best. I mean, and service is good. It's funny, their wine list has like 3 wines on it. That's it. It's kind of pathetic that a seafood place has such a paucity of wine. I think they'll let you bring your own in for something, but the oysters can't be beat, and then you're paying $3-4 an oyster.
They're like gumbos and stuff,
yeah,
right?
And we had a big gumbo
Yeah.
and oysters. My buddy JB loves the hot lobster roll they do there.
Oh,
so you're a lobster roll aficionado.
I
know that. So can't recommend Legends Oyster Bar highly enough for seafood lovers off the strip. Went by Garage East for a Nouveau Beaujolais Day yesterday, which is always fun to taste this fresh wine that's barely been fermented. And it's really not very good wine, but it's fun to drink it on November 14th. And then I'll save sort of the best for last, SMKD Barbecue.
Tell me more.
SMKD Barbecue.
And, wait, before you get into it, I've got a bone to pick with you. I got beef with you, John.
She has a beef rib to pick.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
We were planning a barbecue crawl, and you come back from Paris, and you were like, I just can't do it. I can't. I've been in Paris. I've eaten too much. I can't do the crawl. And you've gone to Wild Fig. You've trekked across town to this new place, SMKD Barbecue.
People keep pulling me in. I'm like Al Pacino. I'm the Godfather.
Unacceptable. But let's hear about it.
I mean,
I'm pissed.
This was not my idea.
I'm pissed, but let's hear about it.
I will answer your idea after I talk about it. Smoked barbecue. I'll answer that accusation, that unfounded accusation. in a minute. All right. A pleasantly surprised. It's in the space of the Old Bell's Barbecue, and I was talking to Chef Alex Resnick, who's the guy. He and Matt Meyer are the guys behind it. And I said, you took over the Old Bell's Barbecue. He says, we're doing some little things a little differently. I went, well, the way to do things differently is just do everything the opposite of what Bell's Barbecue did. Okay, because it was pretty terrible. And they are. I mean, really good ribs.
Beef or pork?
Oh, well, I had the pork,
Okay.
the St. Louis ribs that were really good, and they did them right. They're not that baby food mush they get from steaming. They obviously have smoked them till done, not boiled or steamed them and then finished them in the barbecue, which so many people do, because they think Americans want to eat their food with the consistency of pablum. But no, these were great ribs, and the pastrami sandwich. Again, I was there with JB. He's a real he's part of the pastrami cognoscenti, and he knows his pastrami, and he loved it. And it was really great. I mean, it's wild fig level.
Ooh, I was just going to
pastrami
ask.
sandwich. Oh yeah, and with better bread than wild fig does. Better bread, yeah. So
Not like rye bread. Rye bread's so finicky.
yeah,
right?
exactly. But this is soft and very, very intensely rye bready. So the rye came through. I was blown away by the pastrami. Then they do a kugel there. You know what a kugel is?
Yeah.
It's basically it's like a noodle potato
Egg noodle.
casserole.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it could be a little sweet. It's a Jewish thing. It's also Hungarian. The Hungarians, I think, make it a little sweeter than the Jewish people do. But this has sort of a sweet crust on it. It was addictively good. I mean, we were going, holy shit, and this is great.
How does that fit in?
Yeah, well, they serve it with the ribs.
Oh,
they serve it with the ribs, and then the brisket, I think, is a work in progress. It was good, not great. They don't want to make it too smoky. Chef Resnick told me. I just think it was. It's hard to get brisket right, and we talked about that. So,
what was the flaw of it? Was the smoke or the moisture?
Well, it can be a little dry, and and he told me they intentionally are trying not to make it too smoky, but I thought it was hardly smoky at all. So it didn't. It had not absorbed enough wood smoke. They're using basically post oak there, maybe with a little hickory. They're not doing mesquite or anything like that.
Or like apple or cherry or anything like that.
It's keeping it simple. But Resnick is a trained chef. Matt Meyer's a trained chef. They got my friend Gene back there, who used to be the bar guy at 138 in Henderson, who's a barbecue guy. He does this blueberry barbecue sauce, which is great. It could, if they keep going, and I was there on day 7. It hadn't even opened a week. So they keep in this trajectory. I could see them jumping into that top 3 or 4 barbecue places in town. Yeah. I didn't expect this.
When we do our crawl.
When we do our crawl. But you see, okay, no. let me take issue with your accusation. I think what we need to do is, since I've been doing this so long, I'm not looking forward to like trying 15 or 20 barbecue restaurants. And that's about how many entries we would have. That we should try to winnow them down to like maybe 8. Okay, now that's one theory. I'll just hold your opinion, because she's got opinions. That's one idea. And let me and you just say, let's just do these 8 and just take it on faith that these are the top 8, and we'll see what the best one is. Okay, maybe you don't want to do that leap of faith with me. What we were talking about at SMKD, Smoked Barbecue, was at our table, was don't try to push it too far, too fast. In other words, don't try to eat all the barbecue in a month or 2 and decide. Make it almost like a year-long thing. You know what I mean? In other words, make it easier. And so it's like, we're here this month, that month. And maybe the first 6 months. Take 6 months to do it. You see what I mean? Don't put the pressure on us to where we're cramming smoked meat into our mouth every week and then don't want to eat it again for 10 years. So, and I thought that was a good idea. That came from one of my buddies. I thought it was a good one. What do you think?
Of the 2 options,
yeah,
I prefer the latter than the former.
Okay, all right.
Because if we just pick and we go, okay, well, these are the top 8 that we think we're going to include them, and we do it. Inevitably someone's going to go, but what about?
Yeah, you didn't go there, and everybody knows.
Yeah.
It's like
So-
pizza. Everybody's got an opinion, even though they're wrong.
So I like the idea of us taking our sweet, sweet barbecue time and not rushing it and going through it.
And just doing one here and having our little score sheets and putting them all off to the side, and then it just bump on, and maybe take 6 months to do it, not 6 weeks.
Okay.
All right.
I like it.
All right, so that's SMKD Barbecue on Southeastern at, I don't know, it's way down there. Near it's way down south.
SMK.
We turned around, I couldn't tell the sleep. It's past Horizon Ridge, but I don't know how far.
Not far.
Yeah.
It's right on Sunridge Heights Parkway and Eastern Avenue.
Yeah, thank you.
So there you go.
So that was good. Wino I talked about. I'll let you talk about. I talked about Legends, Garages. Now talk about Manzu and how we got there the other night.
So we were supposed to go check out dinner at Cafe Central, which I was really excited about.
Me too.
Apparently they texted the food gal and their insiders that they're doing dinner service Wednesday through whatever at 5.
And it said this Wednesday.
Yeah, and
She says, let's go. And I go, let's go.
so we caravanned, and I'm headed there, and so excited to see John's Cassoulet showdown again. And then it was closed.
Yeah.
So we had to pivot, and there were some discussions of other places, and I said, let's go to Manzu. And we rallied, and Manzu is where we landed, and it was
Great.
a great spot. It was Wednesday night, wasn't busy, it was early. We sat over in the bar. Service was incredible, and they just started their winter menu, I think, like maybe days earlier. They'd made the shift. So they brought out a few things for us. One was this burrata persimmon salad.
Yeah, you hadn't really had a persimmon
I don't
before.
think I'd ever had a persimmon before, and I 10 out of 10 recommend it. It is a fucking party trick.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste though.
I really enjoyed it, but it does this. It's got this like mouth.
Tannin. It's almost like tannin. It just dries your mouth out. Yeah.
It dries it out. It makes it feel velvety. It's like I was saying. The spicy numbing sauce of Asian.
Yeah, the Szechuan peppercorns.
Yeah,
yeah.
and how they numb. This is like a different fun food
yeah.
effect, but very interesting. They brought out these Parmesan dates wrapped in bacon. Really enjoyed it. I normally don't like dates because I think they're too sweet.
Me too.
And
but I like them.
These were really
they were
well
good.
balanced.
Yeah.
Anchovy, lemon leaf,
Incredible. Yeah.
a kale salad. I
Which
also don't like kale salads, and
Me
I
neither.
loved.
And you saw at the end, I'm just eating it with my fork. I'm just finishing off the kale salad.
I'm trying to think. Oh, the shrimp.
The Argentine shrimp, which were just good quality shrimp, properly grilled. I thought the risotto was great too.
Yeah, the risotto.
Mushroom risotto, between the two, I'm not trying to put down Basilico because I think they're doing a good job there, but it kicked the ass. The Manzu risotto kicked the ass of the Basilico mushroom risotto. Did.
Damn.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, but and then the pastas.
Risotto to risotto face off, man. That it was really, really well prepared. I always think risotto is one of those things that it can be underwhelming or just an afterthought, but that kind of captured your attention. And
it didn't hurt that our buddy Bruce brought wait for it, a 1983 Chateau Lafite Rothschild.
it did not hurt at all. That did not hurt at all.
He said, "You want me to bring a good wine?" Sure. I didn't expect to bring a superstar wine.
I immediately felt like I came unprepared. I was like, oh my gosh.
It was great. Yeah. But then the hanger steak we had and the brine pork chop. I mean, everything hit. Everything. I mean, Basilico, I would say most of the dishes hit incredibly well. But Manzu, and it was like an off night. It wasn't busy. And I mean, the chefs were just on their game. They were.
We didn't get pizza and we didn't get pasta other than the risotto. We focused on
That's
protein.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
We ate very modestly, actually. I thought.
Well, yeah. Well, they did. They brought out a whole bunch of free stuff. The apps at first. But yeah, it was. But Manzu, again, I think on the strip, it's Matteo's, the great unsung strip Italian. Manzu, it's not that unsung because we've been talking about it for years now. But these are restaurants that are so good that I still think the public is not aware of how excellent they are.
Yeah, I really want to just take a little golf cart over to some of these places that have lines for just waiting for pasta and just go, let's just go here. Let me just just go check this out.
Right.
You'll never turn back. It's very inspired too. And I love the seasonal dishes. The pork chop had this like pumpkin under it. It was really great. And then, like you said, the hanger steak, which I think hanger steak can be a hit or a miss. They cooked it perfectly and it had great flavor.
Yeah.
And
it's always a bargain too. It's half the price of the usual steaks because it's kind of, you cook it really rare and it's extremely beefy, but it's not extremely fatty. But I'm a big fan of hanger steak. Before I forget about smoked barbecue, they did one thing that I forgot to mention. They do, I can't remember the last time I got excited about an onion dip, but they have an onion dip on the menu, and they make their own potato chips. They are basically like Russell potatoes. They are, they're like the size of your hand almost. Okay,
Yeah.
they're big. Like you can tell, they just thin sliced these potatoes and then deep fried them. They're delicious potato chips. They're big, and then they serve it with a smoked onion dip, which is, one. And while we were sitting there, another a fellow came over and said, "Oh, are you John Curtis? Yeah, I follow you. And, thank you." And he goes, "Have you tried the onion dip?" I went, "Yeah," and we were both like, we bonded over the onion dip. Okay,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it's that good. You just want to. It's just cream cheese and smoked onions.
wow.
But man, it's something else with fresh made potato chips. Sometimes the simplest things are the best,
I remember that reminds me of Brasserie B. They were doing a gorgonzola chip,
Yes.
and it was so addicting. And you're right, it was just simple. It was
Right.
just melted gorgonzola. Okay, smoked. Monzu, I love Chef Gio, what he's doing over there. I think if you haven't been, you're failing yourself. And where else did I go? I went to Cafe Brege, finally got up there, and it was fun. I did the ham and cheese croissant, which James Trees DM'd me, and he said that ham and cheese croissant is like crack. And I said, it is so addicting that if I ever enter rehab, it is for this pastry. It is not for a drug. It's for this pastry. It's so great. And the coffee and the service was really attentive. Loved it.
I'm amazed. They're busy. They get busy in breakfast brunch time there, but their service is good. And, they also have a very tiny little deli there. They have a refrigerator case with cheeses and various French charcuterie, and then they have a couple of shelves of sweets and cookies and things like, and pickles and whatnot, and really cool French stuff. Cafe Brege is just a gem.
I know. We went there right before going to Pizza Fest, so I had to temper all of the things I wanted to order. I was looking at like the croque monsieur. I was looking at some of the other hot dishes, and I go, I'll be back for these.
Speaking of James Trees, I was informed by DM the other day that the cassoulet that we talked about last week is no longer on the menu.
You killed it. If they didn't just revamp it, you killed it.
I'm the cassoulet killer. I think we just said, it needs improvement. That's all we thought. And I think maybe they'll work on it. Let's hope they do.
Let's hope they do. Last place I went to, I grabbed it for takeout. So it's Taco Escobar. It's on Fremont Street. I forget what used to be in the spot. Very modest, just like literally it is a taco bar. And
Fremont and what?
What is it's third? It's like right by...
What's it by?
It's right by Evil Pie.
Oh,
and
it's in the
Sixth.
bar district right
Yeah,
there. Okay.
it's right there on Las Vegas Boulevard and
Why
Sixth.
are you going down there? You like having people throw up on your shoes?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It reminds me why I go to work every day, because I don't want to be one of those people. Really kind of cool. Liked it. I enjoyed it. A great little taco spot. I haven't been to Carajillo yet, but I think if anyone is looking for something really yummy, this is a nice spot. I'm trying to think I got the quesabirria tacos. I tried one of all the tacos, but they have this like burrito. This is it. A burrito campana. And that's what I would order again. Like really kind of stuck in my mind. Big flour tortilla that had great flavor, and it was seasoned ground beef, so it tapped into the like Taco Bell American childhood, and then it has their own sauce, queso and pico de gallo. So it's really just a great thing, and not wildly expensive.
Is it a truck or is it a brick and mortar?
It's a brick and mortar.
Okay, all right, okay. Oh, well, maybe I'll go down there someday.
And then
Probably won't. But
Probably
yeah.
won't. But that's it. That's all I've got. Let's get into. We're going to start a new little section. You know the gossip columnist on social media, De Moi. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Okay, well we're going to start Food Moi.
Food moi. Okay.
Because I get so many DMs from people like of anonymous tips, rumors, questions, shout outs that they want, but they don't want any credit for it. So one is that James Trees is taking over the Pepper Club. And but I can confirm that's not happening.
I don't see that happening, but that's, yeah.
So I can confirm that those discussions I was tipped off that he was taking it over, but I can confirm that James Trees is not.
Yeah.
Despite all the rumors, he is not taking over.
His plate is pretty darn full these days. I can't imagine him doing that.
Yeah, or doing a project down there. So there's that one. Pat from Piero's is
Pat Ross. Yeah, Pat Ross.
now at Panavino.
85-year-old Pat Ross, by the way, who has more energy than anyone in this room, right now. You ever been around her?
No.
She's a force of nature. Yeah,
Well.
she's and a wine expert and a lovely lady.
Off
really.
to Panavino I go
Yeah,
to meet
yeah,
Pat
yeah.
Ross. Someone saying Ada's will have a wine shop retail section, which I
Yes.
think you kind of
Right,
mentioned
yes,
is
yes,
going to be on
she
that.
talked about that. And there's a little, there's going to be a little place in the back for like wine reps to come. Guys like Bordeaux Bob
Mm-hmm.
and Matt Leos and these people that are out there, representing different labels to come and almost like a booth. It's in the restaurant though, where they can come by and you can sit down and they can you can taste their portfolio with them. It's really going to be cool, and then buy as well. So, what's this about Valley Cheese and Wine?
I don't know. This is a rumor, a tip. I don't know what it is, but Valley Cheese and Wine has allegedly been purchased by the Ellis Island Group and getting a makeover.
The Valley Cheese and Wine on Horizon Ridge in Henderson.
That's literally all I know.
That's interesting because they've been out of business now for a couple of years. But okay, good. Anything. I mean, I love Kiernan Way, but to me, it's an embarrassing. I've said it before. It's embarrassing that a city the size of Las Vegas, with the food and the chefs and the restaurateurs and the public, doesn't support more than a single cheese shop in an industrial area in the south of town. That's just And I'm sorry, folks, but Whole Foods and whatever they're doing at your local Albertsons doesn't count as a cheese culture.
It does not. Culture, Look at that. Get it?
No way does it. Get it? Curds and whey. I'm getting pretty cheesy here. Okay.
Okay, they asked, what are your thoughts on the parking rates going up in the Arts District? I think they went up like a full $1 an hour. Do you think it's going to impact small businesses?
Well, okay. Look, this is a whole show. I don't understand. I don't know what you want with parking, people. First of all, I don't drive. I don't own a car. I do drive, but I don't own a car. But if parking was free, then every crumb bum in town would just leave their car there. Every person, low rent person, would just drive there, leave their car there. Whether you're a high paid lawyer or a low paid, street sweeper, would just bring your car there, just leave it there.
Well, you can enforce maximum time
Well, you
limits,
can,
and
but-
you can enforce no parking overnight.
You can, but if you just do away with the meters, it's open season.
You
then.
don't.
Okay.
Balboa Island does it in Newport Beach, where it's 2-hour maximum. Sure, some people stay a little bit longer, but there's no meters. You get in, get out. I don't know.
You think that's I
don't know. I worry that it will deter people, or it's going to start. It's that creep of total cost to go out, and it's going to add up to, if every drink is now $20, if every dish is now $30. Like, I think it does get annoying, and so I think I'll be interested to hear I want to ask some of the chefs around town what their thoughts are, or the owners of like a Garage East or James Trees.
Well, I just think everybody drives too many cars to begin with. And this idea.
Oh, you're anti-car now?
I'm anti-car, yes. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we need free parking.
Okay.
We need easy parking. No. Walk to work. Walk to people. We're spoiled and fat in America.
And there's your rant. Okay,
right,
this
so,
also was an anonymous gripe. I love 1228 Main. I often buy bread, pastries, but agree with the food gal. Can you guys please have full pies and quiche available on site instead of pre-order only?
Okay, and talk about fortuitous. As we're recording, I get a DM from somebody, and here's the DM. Like I didn't. This was not coordinated. We started like just literally 40 minutes ago. I get this DM. Another reason to hate 1228. They will no longer sell whole pies. They used to. And for Thanksgiving, you have to order it a week advance and only pick it up on Thanksgiving morning. So yeah, I love you 1228, but I wish you'd get your service shit together.
For the locals.
Yeah. Because I mean, it could be such a force for good pastries. It could be like a pastry shop that people are there buying and taking home, and instead it's just this tiny. It's like they're trying to micromanage it.
They should make so many pies to sell by the slice for the day. Someone comes in and says, I want to buy a whole pie. You sell them a pie. And then when someone wants a slice, you go, we're out of that pie.
I just think they're not committed to the retail portion of that business at all.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's how you I know what their balance is. They're afraid of making all of these pies and no one buying them, and then they have all this leftover and lost product and wasted product. So what you do is it's okay to run out. It's okay to have scarcity. You remember, as a kid, you walk into a diner and you look at what pastries are still available, and you're like, oh, I see there's one cinnamon roll. I'm going to call it when I sit down.
Right. Or at the end of the day, free pie for everyone, right?
Just call me
At
12:20. I'll buy
5
the
p.m.,
pie.
free pie.
In order to calm the food gal and all of these people down, just call me and I will buy the pie.
And we're very good at giving away other people's products.
Yes.
Okay, and advocating for free pie.
And quiche, I love a good quiche. If I could go in and just
quiche me quick.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, pet peeve. Let's do it.
Kids menus. Suck. All kids menus do is encourage kids to be picky eaters. They do. I mean, it's a distinctly American thing, and kids should at a certain age. I mean, if they're in a high chair, it's one thing, but if they're in a high chair, you should be bringing the kids food for them because they're a little kid. But at a certain age, the kids should just eat what the grown-ups eat, and if you've got a 7 or an 8-year-old sitting next to you, of course they can't eat a sirloin steak or a whole half chicken or whatever you're getting, or the Dover sole or the chicken finger, whatever you're getting. So grown-ups eat it and go, okay, I'm gonna share here, little Jimmy. Here's what you're gonna eat. Well, I don't want that. I want a peanut butter jelly sandwich. I want chicken fingers. I want McDonald's. Well, fuck you, little Jimmy.
Fuck you, little Jimmy.
Who do you think you are, you little brat, you little snot-nosed rugrat?
Go buy it, Jimmy, with the money that you don't have.
Eat grown-up food. Teach your kids early on to eat grown-up food. And all we do is encourage America, the picky eaters of America, when we start out with this. And we have look at every children's menu.
Chicken tenders.
Buttered
Buttered pasta.
Pasta, a cheeseburger, French fries. No. Teach your kids to eat real food. And the way you do it is by getting rid of chicken. I mean, I could go on and on about this, but I've already used profanity. I'm sorry. And no chicken. Screw kids' menus. They should be banned. They should be made illegal.
Yeah.
Across
also,
America.
I think on most menus, you can find something that's relatively plain and you can split meals and figure it out there. Again, the person without a child coming in.
Yeah, but you know who would agree with us if we were sitting right here? Sam. Sam would be square with me on this one. I mean, if you go, well, I don't know what I want is not what my kid wants. Well, then compromise, and you and your kid get something your kid would like.
I also think
share it with them.
I also think it's an issue with pricing of your product, and it puts the restaurant staff in a little bit of a bind. If like an adult comes in and says, "I want to order this," and then they're like, "Sorry, it's for kids." Like, why even create this frustration because you're also identifying kids menus are significantly reduced in price.
Right.
And you're showing, okay, a side of mac and cheese for the kid is $4, but if I'm an adult, I'm paying $16 for it.
Right.
I just want the kids mac and cheese, please.
It just confuses everything. It makes for exactly. I mean, if you really think about it, there's dozens of reasons to get rid of kids menus. Economically, from the kitchen standpoint, it just makes life easier. And when you go to Europe or Mexico, you don't see kids menus. So the kids are there. They order their own thing, or the parents go, "Okay, I'll split my pasta dish with my 2 children," or the dad, "Here, have some of this," or the 2 kids split one entree or whatever.
When you were growing up, did you ever sit down for dinner or go, "I don't want that," or "I don't like that," and then your parents just say no? Fine, starve.
I wasn't that kid. I mean, I wasn't the person I turned out to be in my 20s and 30s, but I was pretty much, okay, I'll try it. I was never it was never a contest of wills with me. It was like, okay, what is it? I don't think I like, but you
ate it.
But my brothers and sisters and half the people I know, it becomes.
You were Mr. Agreeable?
When it comes to food, I still am. When you see me get mad about it, the black bun burger bun's the only thing I've ever thrown on the floor at a restaurant. Okay,
Okay.
See, be like John.
Be like John.
No kids menus. And look, this is what your kid will grow up to be. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, what's your pet peeve?
I'm stealing this one from Gordon Ramsay. He was talking about how restaurants that put time limits on tables. When you go in and it says and we ask that you'll be out of here within 90 minutes.
Right.
It's look, I don't intend to spend a lot of time here, but I want to enjoy my lunch. I don't want to feel this tick, 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 tick pressure.
Did you read that little rant I put on social media a week or so ago about how everything? The reason I don't like the Carbones of the world and tasting menus is it inverts the hospitality paradigm.
Yeah, I saw that briefly.
And that was one of the examples I used, how it used to be the restaurants were happy to see you and they were soliciting you to be coming to. Now everything's been turned inside out, and popular restaurants are looking at you like you have to play the game according to the rules we make. Okay,
it's like the soup Nazi.
Yeah, you should be happy to be coming in here as opposed to us being happy that you're coming to us.
Yeah.
And that whole thing has been accentuated by tasting menus and just what you're saying right there.
Yeah, and the soup Nazi reference from Seinfeld is that whole thing. Usually you go to a soup line and you get fed and it's nourished and this was that whole change in the dynamic.
Right. And Seinfeld predicted 30 years ago. Yeah. Right. Because it was suddenly food became cool and people started lining up for stuff.
Yep.
And you feel grateful that they're serving you when it really should be the other way around.
Exactly.
Okay. So that's part of what you're talking about here.
Yeah, 100%. And so I don't like it. Even if you just put it on your the bottom of your menu, just take it off. Just take it off.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
How many people actually exceed it to an uncomfortable amount? And if they do, I think your staff is fully equipped to ask them to leave. If they're not still buying anything, they're just camped out. I think that's the parking reference. If you're sitting there and you're still ordering bottles of wine, ordering drinks, ordering food, thank you. You want me in this table. I am a guaranteed and I am a proven great customer
and
right
the
now.
next people can wait a few minutes before they get in. The best way I ever saw this handled was about a year and a half ago when we were in London. We were starving, and the food, it was early in the evening. We didn't have res. We went to a place called Maison Francois, which is a nice, casual French restaurant right in the middle of London. It'd been recommended to us. We didn't have a res. We walk in, and you could tell that it was a busy restaurant. And I said, "Do you have a table for 2?" And they'd only been open for 5 minutes, but they already had 30 people seated. And I said, "We don't have a res." And the 2 gals looked at each other like, "Well, just a minute," which was beautiful.
Yeah.
They didn't dismiss us. We're fully committed. Get lost, sir. And you could see them putting their head together. And then one of them came over and said, "I know you don't have a res. Can you agree to only stay 90 minutes at the table? We can get you fed
But we need the table back by yes.
We need it back by here. But if you can do that, we're happy to do it. And we went, absolutely. You see what
Yes.
I mean? And it worked out great because we ate fast and the food was good. The service was wonderful. Yeah, so they handled it right.
They wanted to take care of you, and they wanted to do it, and they just said, in order for us to serve you, we need a little compromise.
But that is the way hospitality is supposed to work. Not,
I know.
You must be gone, or we will put the cigarette out in your eye. And with that,
and I think on that note, guys, it's another great episode.
Arrivederci, Roma. See you later, Canada.